Hi everybody and welcome to Positively Kimmy. I am Kimmy. If you are new here, welcome. This is a safe space. And if you're one of my returning subscribers and my besties, hi guys, how are you? I hope you're all having an amazing day. Welcome to my Ozempic Reboot. This is week number 25, I believe. And I'm going to tell you, if you've never seen me before and you don't know anything about Ozempic, I'm going to tell you how to take it. I'm going to tell you the side effects. I'm going to tell you my side effects that I've had. I'm going to tell you how I feel and my progress, good or bad. You know, I have had times where I have gone up in weight. Yes, you can gain weight on Ozempic, and I've had times, more times than not, go down on Ozempic, and that's where I want to stay, and I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And sometimes you plateau, and sometimes you do really well, and other times you only lose a few ounces, or you could go up in weight. It all depends on how you decide you're going to eat. So if you choose to have a big salty meal and you weigh yourself the next day, you're going to be holding in and retaining fluid. If you choose to eat six Big Macs instead of, let's say, a salad for 800 calories, because 6 Big Macs we know are more than 800 calories per one, you will gain weight, you know. So this drug is not, you just take it, forget about it, and that is for the most part, but you still have to be mindful of what you're doing to create the circumstances that is best for you in order to obtain the goal that you're searching for. Now, if weight loss is not what you're searching for in Ozempic and you just are trying to lower your A1C because you are a type 2 diabetic, that's fine, but you should still be mindful of what you eat, especially as a type 2 diabetic. I was eating ice pops, forgetting about the sugar aspect of it. And as a type 2 diabetic, that's not something that's conducive to me either losing weight or lowering my A1C. So that, in my part, was a blip in time where I just wasn't thinking. So Ozempic, monjaro, semiglutides, and wegovy are all S1 inhibitors, and what they do is they stop the motility, not stop, but they slow down the motility in your stomach so that when you eat, you feel full longer because it takes longer to get through the stomach and the intestines and out to the colon. So you're going to find that you stay fuller longer, so you're not as hungry. It also takes down the food chatter in your brain, so you're not thinking, sitting there thinking, oh my God, when's my next meal? What can I have? You're not always like pre-planning. You know, you might need to for the family, pre-plan your meals, but you're not always thinking, what can I eat? What needs to be different? What, you know, you're not consumed by that. I know I had been on Weight Watchers a time or 700, and you're always thinking about your next meal. It's like, okay, well, these are how many points I have. If I have this many points for breakfast and this many points for lunch, then I can have dinner and maybe a dessert. That I felt that was too consuming in my brain to really do well with that. For me, it did not work. And what I was doing was buying a lot of their frozen TV dinners, and I was like, oh, I'll just pop this in for lunch. I'll have one for dinner, and I'll have a yogurt or a protein bar for breakfast. And even though I was under the caloric intake, my sodium intake was through the roof, and therefore it did not work for me that way. I also have lost weight on Nutrisystem, and I had lost over 100 pounds on that. I did really, really well on that, but I was also able to walk a lot more than I am now, and I was doing 10,000 to 12,000 steps a day, so I was really working at that as well, and I was drinking a lot of water because I realized after doing the mess up with Weight Watchers and all the sodium content that I had to keep flushing out my system, and it didn't take that long. You know, realistically, it took less than a year to lose 100 pounds, which is awesome. But it was not something that I could maintain if I was not eating their foods their tiny portions, drinking my water and doing my steps. You know, it just wasn't something that was feasible for me. Maybe you've done it and you've succeeded at it, and if you have, God bless, you know, Godspeed. I wish nothing but the best for you. You know, I think incorporating a little bit of exercise into any health journey, not diet program, but health journey, because that's what I'm doing, I'm getting healthy, is a good thing. You know, and what I do is I walk, and I try and walk as much as I can, which is usually about 3 days a week, because I have a lot of problems with my hip, and when the weather is 80, 90, 98 degrees here in New York, I sweat a lot, and then I get the chills really bad. I can't maintain my body temperature very well, and I don't know if it had to do with after a menopause thing, but I don't do well with that. So I come in and I have to put my hair up, I sit in front of the air conditioner, and then I get the chills. And, you know, so I've done 3 days a week, but from going from nothing to 3 15 to 20 minute walks a day, that's an improvement. So, and then maybe next time my walk will be 20 to 25 minutes, and then maybe it will be 4 days a week. So I'm just taking this journey slow and steady, and I've done really well doing that. So these drugs do slow down your motility, so you do feel fuller longer, as I said, and it stops the food chatter in your brain, which is an awesome thing. You know, you don't sit there and it's like, I'm bored, let me run to the fridge. You don't really do that. I mean, if you happen to get up and look in the fridge, you might be like, oh, do I want something? Do I not? I don't feel like eating. I'm not hungry. And that, for me, has been a blessing. Now, you can have side effects on all of these drugs. Monjaro and Ozempic specifically are for type 2 diabetics who need to lower their A1C and also need to lose some weight, where the other ones are mostly for diet, and they're finding they're good for other things now also, such as heart disease, but I don't know that much about it, so I don't want to spread false information on that. So what you're going to do is you get your Ozempic shot. I did mine earlier today. I didn't know if I was going to be able to put this video up today because I have something going on tomorrow, my grandson's baptism, and we're just running around like chickens with our heads cut off trying to get everything ready for tomorrow. So I didn't know if I'd be able to put this out, but what you do is you get your pen with your dose. You have 2 caps. You're going to take them off. You clean the area. You can use the back of your arm, the fatty part of your stomach, or your thigh. I don't really like to do my thighs. I like to do the stomach and the arms, but you never do it in the same place twice. So 1 week you do this arm, then you do your stomach, then you do this arm. You could do the other side of your thigh or your stomach, whatever you want to do, but just don't do it twice in the same spot. I don't know what the reason for that is, but they say not to do it, so don't do it. And that's really simple. After you give yourself the injection, which takes, you know, you're going to put it in, you're going to press the button down after you clean the area, and you're going to hear a clicking. When the clicking stops, you're going to release the button, and 15 to 20 seconds later, 6 to 10 seconds later, you're going to take your finger, you're going to take it out, because you just want to make sure all the stuff gets in there and everything. It's not an IM, an intramuscular. It is a sub-Q, which means it goes just below your skin, and how it works like that, it gets absorbed into your bloodstream. So that's how that's working. And then you throw out the needle part, you put the caps back on, you throw out the needle part, and you refrigerate it. With the refrigeration, no, you have to take it out 15 to 20 minutes prior to using it so that it has time to defrost a little bit, I guess is the easiest thing to say. And so it's not so thick and you're getting the correct dosage in, because you always want to make sure you have your correct dosage. After you do all that, you're going to forget about it. You're not going to sit around like I did and worry, oh my God, what am I going to feel? Am I going to have a reaction? Is it going to be anaphylaxis? You're not going to think about anything like that, because chances of that happening are slim, but they can happen. If you feel anything that's abnormal to you, that you are concerned with, call your doctor, and your doctor will explain to you if these things are normal or not. You can get pancreatitis, which is very painful. You can get gastroparesis, which is very painful. You can have a lot of GI issues, like nausea and vomiting and diarrhea and constipation. I mean, you just run the gamut GI-wise. I have a lot of GI issues, and on Ozempic, I don't. You know, I feel better on the Ozempic than I did before the Ozempic. And as of today, I have lost 59 pounds. Now, I had lost 60 and then went up quite a few pounds, I think 8 or 9 pounds, and I'm back down to 195. And at 194, I will hit my 60-pound mark again. And we just got right back on track, and I'm watching what I'm doing. I'm eating my vegetables more. I had run out of some vegetables, and I was just like, okay, so I'll have an ice pop. Well, it might be an 80-calorie ice pop, but I'd rather 80 calories of my cucumbers and tomatoes than I would an ice pop. And people have been so sweet and giving me, you know, telling me to freeze yogurt. You know, and this way I feel like I'm having an ice cream, and that has been a godsend because I'm doing these little tricks now, and they really seem to be working to crave anything that I'm craving. You know, I like things that are crunchy, so salad for me does it, and the cucumbers and tomatoes, that really works for me. I'm not really a big sweet eater, but occasionally I'll want an ice cream. So if I put a yogurt in the freezer, I now have frozen yogurt. I'm happy with that. And if you have any tips or tricks that work for you, I'd love to know about them. So this has been a great week for me. I'm right back on track. I am down 59 pounds altogether and couldn't be happier with my progress. And thank you all for Wednesday when I was talking to you and telling you that I felt like a fraud because my weight fluctuates so much sometimes, and that I just was feeling really down on myself because I like to keep things really positive and I have a really good outlook on things. And you all helped me so much, and you tell me that I inspire you. Well, you guys inspire me too, and I really, really appreciate all the love, the kindness, and support that all of you have given me and shown me. And I just love you for that. So thank you so very much. And in the meantime, be happy, be healthy, be blessed, and most of all, be positively you, because there's no one else quite like you. And that makes me so incredibly happy. You guys rock. Love you.